Oh, good morning. Oh, fixed my stuff here. All right. Hi, good morning. I think I'm going to turn off that light right in back because it looks like it's kind of glaring a bit. I always seem to be situated in a different spot. Nope, there. Let's see if that's too dark. I feel like that's about right, huh? Okay. Yeah. Ah, good morning. So, even if you're not joining me live, totally okay. These practices are meant to be done when it feels right for you. Part of healing from trauma is having choice, and certainly choosing to do or not do a yoga practice or when to do it, is a great option. Today, we're going to start with um, Bhramari breath or humming bee breath. So I think today all you'll need is a bolster and a block. Um, and then, always, I don't think we'll need a strap. We're just doing 6 directions of the spine and Yoga Nidra. So find a tall seat. And I'm going to kind of get up close here so that you can see the Shanmukhi mudra. So, humming bee breath, Bhramari breath, is such a fantastic breath for decreasing stress and anxiety. Excuse me, for stimulating the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is that 10th cranial nerve that comes out of the brain, both sides of the neck, wanders into the face and then down into the torso. So we've got a lot of vagal connections here in the face and in the throat and neck. And so when you can stimulate those areas, you're stimulating the vagus nerve, responsible for getting the nervous system out of fight and flight into rest, digest, parasympathetic nervous system activation. So, all that being said, humming bee breath or Bhramari breath is simply a hum on the exhale. So, in order to have a long hum, of course, we want to have a full, long inhale breath. So, to do that, you want to exhale all your air. And then you inhale, push your belly out, chest out, and then you simply hum. Yeah. So, no, you can take your normal breath in between at any time. Know that you can also we can also use the Shanmukhi mudra. So Shanmukhi mudra is taking your hands and closing off the 6 gates. So you'd use your ears to occlude over the tragus, that little triangular shaped piece of cartilage. So tragus, plural tragi. So you'd use your thumbs to close there, and then you would use your forefingers to close the index finger, index fingers to close the eyes. Don't put pressure right on the eyelids. Just kind of pin the eyelids down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't know. So energetically, you would close the lips. So anyway, if all that is just complicated or too much, just take your fingers and just close your ears. Yeah, you can still press over the trachea. So humming bee breath on the exhale, and I want you to play around with where you can feel the vibration. Yeah, so see where you can feel the vibration of your hum. So play around with that. So we'll do this for several minutes here. I'm pretty bad about timing things, but I'm going to go ahead and set a timer here so that I know how long we've done it. And again, if you get lightheaded or just don't want to, you can try the Bhramari breath with or without the mudra, and then with or without just simply closing your ears. So go ahead and we'll start here. So exhale all your air, tall spine, all the air exhaled. Inhale, belly expands, chest expands. Mm. And letting your air follow that exhale out. Pull your belly to spine on your exhale as you continue to let all the air out. Mm. With or without, ears occluded. Mm. 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 Go ahead and finish up your exhale and just sit with this breath. Yeah, good. It was about 5 minutes of Bhramari breath, and I can already tell I feel more dropped in. I feel more grounded. Things are moving. Yeah. So today's practice is 6 directions of the spine: flexion, extension, the old cat-cow, lateral bends, and then twists. So even here sitting up, just go ahead and bring some gentle movement, just some seated cat-cows. Good. Inhaling up, left arm. Exhale. Just bend over to the right. Other arm. Right arm extends. Exhale over. Shoulder shrugs. Just rolling up and back. Inhale, twist to the right or left, doesn't matter. Each inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Each exhale, pull belly to spine, twist it. One more. Remember, eyes can also look to the back. Unwinding. Noticing the difference between one side and the other, and then twist other side. For me, it's my left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Eyes can look to the back. One more. Slowly coming back to center. Wiggling, organically moving, however feels right for you. So let's go ahead and come onto our backs. Moving my bolster out. And let's just do some apanasanas. Tilt my screen. Do, 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 do. It's raining here Saturday morning. Yeah, can you see me okay? It looks like. Good. So go ahead and just bring your knees to chest, Apanasana. Just massage out your low back, hips. Remember, you could take this as wide as you'd like or as little as you'd like. You can have your knees closer in or further out. Massage on your sacrum. My back is sore, y'all. I had a therapeutic massage by Yvonne Lane Thursday, and oh my gosh, Lots of things moving around here. So I'm going to be really gentle with my back. Just some windshield wipers. You know, fascia is that connective tissue that's between our organs, connects our ligaments, tendons. It's everywhere. It's within our organs, between our organs. And she is a master massage therapist, and she really knows how to work with fascia. So if you're looking for a therapeutic massage, I can certainly give you her information, Yvonne Lane. So I brought my knees to chest, and I'm just going to let my right leg drop down, and I'm going to keep my right hand sort of hooked right in the inside of that knee, and just let that come down gently as my body opens up. Yeah, my hips feel qualitatively different. So I'm going to grab my block here. And you can always use props, right? So you can let your legs sort of rest on this yoga block so that you're not having to hold your leg up. So you can really notice what's happening in your body a little more effortless. So remember, you can kind of turn your torso so that you're totally skyward, left shoulder blade is on the ground, and just notice what's happening here in your back and in this twist. You can always take your head and look to the left as your spine warms up. I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to stay with my head neutral. And I'm just breathing into the biggest pocket of sensation. And as your fascia warms up, you'll notice you can go deeper into your shapes. So feel free to adjust your props accordingly, right? Just as your body wakes up, warms up. Noticing what you notice in terms of your sensations, the sensations in your body. I'm feeling a lot of stretch today in this left sort of pec area. That feels really good. Feeling some stretch in my low back. Just breathing into where you feel it without judgment. You don't have to say, oh, I'm really tight there. I mean, you can, but then that just reinforces that. So you can notice the sensation without judgment. You can always move your head. Oh, I was going to bring my fascial trains book and show you all the back body fascial plane. I may just do a video just on fascia. So much there. Yeah. And then I ended up turning my head because that's what feels good for me in the moment here. Relaxing what doesn't have to work. And the mind wanders, just bring it back to present moment. Maybe simply listen to the sounds in your room. Connect with my voice. Connect with the sensations in your body, breath in your body. Body breathes itself. I do a Dharma study every Friday night at the Unitarian Universalist Church in Arlington. And we read last night, we're reading from Jonathan Goldstein's book, Mindfulness. Jonathan Joseph, excuse me, I think it's Joseph. Anyway, reading from that book, and it talks about how you can follow the beginning, middle, and end of your breath. can follow your breath in the body. And you can always think, I am breathing in as you breathe in, and I am breathing out as you breathe out. And what we learned last night, you can think, I am breathing in shortly, I am breathing out longly. Like you can make commentary on your actual breath. So I'm bringing my left leg off of the block and slowly coming back to center. I'm just going to stay right here in constructive rest pose. Knees are bent, feet to the wide edges of the mat, up to the mat, and knees are together, knock kneed. I just want to notice the size of my body and just notice the difference. Again, without judgment. Feel free to take your block to the other side this time, and feel free to do any movements in between. Sometimes I like to move in between, sometimes I don't. So you take your body into the shapes it needs to, okay? Windshield wipers, maybe some apanasana. So knees to chest to let them fall over to the left, keeping my blockity block handy. I'm going to put it on the high level here to support sort of under my calf. I'm using my left hand to sort of put pressure and hook around my right knee. Right shoulder blade is down, again with an option to turn to look to the right. I'm not ready yet. My fascia is not ready to do that yet. So I'm going to keep my head neutral. Just noticing what's happening in this new shape. Noticing the sensations in your body here. Arriving in the shape as your body is ready. Following your breath, I am breathing in. I am breathing out. I am breathing in fully. I am breathing out fully. I am inhaling in this moment. I am exhaling in this moment. Softening what doesn't have to work. Arriving into the shape. In each moment, I can really feel it through my intercostal muscles, the rib muscles. Yeah, that massage was like nothing I've ever experienced before. It was so complete without seemingly her doing hardly anything. Just this fascial manipulation. So gentle, this rocking quality. Yeah, she's very skilled. I'm really grateful to have found her. The fascia, when we say the issues are in our tissues, what science has discovered is really in these connective tissues, the connective tissue that's the fascia. So when we start to manipulate the fascia, we can start to feel some release of emotions. As the body opens, can release, and you can process what comes up. You don't have to process with a counselor. You can write it in your journal. You can reflect. You can speak with a spiritual leader in your church, prayer chaplain, imam, priest, pastor, rabbi.
Maybe it's just a trusted friend that you know won't judge you or even give you advice, just hold space for you. I am breathing in, I am breathing in. I told myself I was going to really watch the time on each of these shapes. I'm sure I don't hit it exactly right, equal on both sides. So feel free to stay a little longer in that twist if you'd like to, slowly coming back to neutral when you're ready, and maybe even just extending the legs out long and letting the arms drop to the side, just noticing how those twists landed in your body. Physiological sigh, welcome at any time. You can sort of prep and train your body to take that physiological sigh. You'll hear babies and dogs do it all the time. Brucey, our American bully, he'll do it. So like I challenge anyone to stay awake with him sleeping next to you. He snores and he'll go, like he'll have these big sighs. So you can train yourself to I don't know, let yourself be more conducive to these physiological sighs. They happen automatically, but you can sort of train yourself to do your inhale in two parts. So inhale, the belly expands, continue the inhale, and the chest expands. So it looks like this. Yeah. Lingering at the bottom of those exhales are fantastic. Yeah. So let's go ahead and bend knees. Maybe just drop the knees from side to side. Oh, sweat. Make noise. Ever feels good for you. Woo. Oh, sweet Jesus. That's so good. So we're going to come into Banana Asana next. All right. So Banana Asana, and I need to turn this down. It's getting quite hot. Okay, great. So Banana Asana, just as you would think, you're taking your body into a banana shape or a C shape. So you can start with whatever direction you want. I'm going to just slide my right leg out, and then I'm going to slide my left leg in. I'm going to hook my big toes together, and I want to keep my hip points on the ground. So you don't want any rolling up. You want your sacrum flat on the ground. So, but over as far as you'd like. Extend your arms up over your head, and then push into your head to sort of walk your upper body over to the right. Woo! Yeah, my body feels real different, y'all. So you can take your right hand and grab your left wrist. So sacrum is on the ground, hips are on the ground, and shoulder blades are on the ground. So just feel your left side body really opening up. Yeah, that massage, I don't know if I'm going to stop talking about it because every time I'm in a new shape, this is my first yoga practice since Thursday, and I am feeling so different. So make little micro movements for alignment. Even that mindfulness book talks about in your seated posture and meditation, make little micro movements to bring yourself into alignment. And I notice I can really extend out through my ribs by pushing my ribs out on the inhale. And it's a little harder to bring the breath into the belly here. I'm noticing my whole torso just sort of expanding. And remember, as your body warms up, as the fascia sort of melts, you can take your posture, your shape deeper. So just listen to your body, find some ease. Remember, I am breathing in, I am breathing out. Bring your breath to the biggest pocket of sensation. That pocket of sensation is just where the chi, the prana or ki, the life force energy is just a little blocked, right? That's what pain is. And so just bring your prana, bring your healing breath to that little pocket that needs it. Yvonne kept saying that the fascia is in the shape or configuration matrix that it's in as a protective mechanism. And isn't that the truth? I maintain that the body is a representation of our unconscious mind, but it can also be the conscious mind. But if you look at where you have perhaps pain or restriction, you can use the ancient yogic Vedic philosophies of chakras or energy center. Chakra just means wheel, but we have these energy centers and they kind of run along kind of parallel to the spine. They're not in our physical body. They're in our pranic body, our pranamaya kosha. We have 5 koshas or layers of our body. And we have our dense body, Annamaya kosha, pranic body, energetic body, pranamaya kosha. And this is where the chakras sort of live in this energetic body. And then we have our mind, emotion body, Manomaya kosha. We have our personality, wisdom layer, Vijnanamaya kosha. We have our bliss body, Anandamaya kosha. And then we have that witness consciousness that's watching all those layers. So this pranic layer, that's where our koshas are in. So if, for instance, you have a lot of sensation in your hips in this shape, you may be curious about what that base chakra and sacral chakra, maybe you feel it a lot in your ribs right alongside your heart, anahata, heart chakra, base chakra, that root chakra. Ah. Mm-hmm. Breathing in, I'm breathing out. Great. And letting go of the foot and the wrist and just sliding back over to midline. So slow, maybe here before any movement, or if you need to move, totally fine. It's really what your preference is. I'm just finding some stillness here, just noticing the sides of my body. So sometimes I feel like I want to move in between the shapes, and sometimes I just want to notice. So feel free to follow your own inner knowing, just noticing the difference and what is really lit up in my body. Oh, so good. I think I am going to bend my knees a little bit and just let the knees drop from side to side. Windshield wipers. Oh, yeah, so different. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. All the resources. So grateful for all these people in my life who are just experts in their craft. Really grateful. So, other side when you're ready. For me, it's my left, so I'm going to just slide my left leg out. I already noticed my fascia was a little funky, so I kind of rotated my hip in so that my sacrum can lay flat. And then, oh, that's a little too far out. And then hooking my right leg over, letting my toes come together, kind of adjusting again with the sacrum, making sure hips are flat, and then bringing your hands up over your head, pushing into the back of your head to sort of walk your upper body over. Woo! Letting your arms come up over, shoulder blades are flat, just gently grasping your right wrist with your left hand and just breathing. I am breathing in, I am breathing out, noticing where that biggest pocket of sensation is. That's from my yoga teacher in Colorado, Jenna Fingston, Jala Blue, another amazing expert. Of course, they would never call themselves that. Just so skilled in their craft and their practice, what they share. I do more yoga for trauma recovery, so a lot of focus on nervous system activation, a lot of guiding back to the present moment, a lot of interoceptive awareness, noticing the sensations in your body and noticing when your mind has drifted, knowing that's totally normal, and then just bringing it back to the present moment, listening to sounds in the room, sound of my voice, back to just tracking your breath. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Watching the beginning, middle, and end of your breath, bringing the breath, little micro movements, the biggest pocket of sensation. Your breath is your prana, your life force energy. So let that come into these areas of perhaps tightness or constriction. It's just prana that's blocked. And the fascia, reacts to these energetic impulses, these emotional charges. Emotions are energy in motion. And so just know whatever areas you're feeling potential chronic blocks, it's okay. The fascia did what it needed to do, but you're in a new place. So use that opportunity to lovingly, certainly without judgment, bring your life force energy to the biggest pocket of sensation. Breathing in short, breathing out long. Breathing in soft, breathing out soft. Really dropping in. When the mind wanders, just bring it back to the breath. When we think, we have a tendency to sort of tighten in through the face somewhere, sometimes in between the eyebrows, sometimes jaw. So just notice if there's any tension in your face. If there is, it's okay. But perhaps let your awareness come to that area of tension and just notice just what your kind of tension does. Lets it soften, melt. Maybe it just wants to be seen, right? Like we all do. Parts of ourselves just want to be seen and loved, witnessed, right? I forget who said it, but I shared it with my husband this past week that the reason we get in relationships and marriages and long-term relationships is because we want someone else to witness our life, to witness us. That's so powerful. If you think about how oftentimes the people that are closest to you are the most triggering, activating. It's okay. It's just letting you know what areas still need to heal, what parts of yourself are not being seen by you, yourself, where these parts of you have fragmented off through trauma. Janita Fisher calls it the fragmented selves. Shamanic lineages call it soul fragmentation. Sandra Ingerman, Michael Harner, shamanic practitioners. And in my own experience as a nurse and counselor, it's less about healing trauma as it is more about restoring wholeness. The wholeness is there, but because of the fragmentation, the disconnection from ourself with these parts, that's the key, is getting to know all those parts that may get triggered in relationships. And what part of me got triggered? What was the emotion? What was that internal dialogue? Oh, whatever it is. I don't I wanted him to take my advice or drive a certain way home, right? Silly, seemingly silly things, but they're all just trailheads, as IFS would say, internal finger systems. So I'm going to let my unclasp my wrists, let my toes relax down, slide everything back over to midline a little. Woo. Oh, And I'm just gonna, physiological sigh there. Noticing, noticing the difference. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah. Just feeling what is energetically still moving. When you're ready, you can bend up your knees and windshield wiper them. If that feels good, maybe you bring the knees to chest, apanasana, massage your sacrum or hips. Yeah, that's great. Keep moving with what feels right for you. Just checking our, okay, great. So the last two directions of the spine are flexion and extension. And I think I just want to warm up the spine by doing some cat-cows first. So go ahead and come to your hands and knees with your hands under your shoulders, and you can just sort of turn your hands out a bit. Yeah. And then so inhale, let your low back arch, and then exhale, bring everything rounded. Even pull your belly to spine, tuck your chin. Inhale, let it all go. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, round. Good. So just bringing whatever organic movement you want into your body, wagging tail. And we're just going to come into rabbit. So rabbit is kind of like child's pose, except you're going to put some pressure on your head. So I'm definitely going to grab my block for this. And so I'm going to put the block right where my head's going to go. So do it from the side here. So you just sit back on your heels, and then you're just going to roll up into a little ball. So let the top of your head come down to the floor, or for me, a block, and you can have it on whatever side you want. For me, it feels best to kind of have it on the lowest side. And then you can bring your arms around back. So you're really accentuating this round in your back. Breathe into the big pocket of sensation. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Breathe into your back body. Making little micro movements. And maybe 3 more breaths in it. Coming out of it, you just bring your forearms under you to support you, and then just use your hands to just press up. Yeah, we weren't there very long, and that's okay. We're going to come into Sphinx for just a few moments, and then we'll head into Yoga Nidra. So Sphinx is simply laying on your belly. And before we even do that, just come into crocodile. Stack your palms on top of each other, and you can windshield wiper your legs here. You can keep your legs flat and sort of tilt your pelvis from side to side. Oh, it feels so good. So to come into Sphinx, you simply bring your elbows under your shoulders and then just push up. So I'm going to do this from the side so you can see what's happening here. Push up, and your legs can just be hip distance apart. Now you don't want to collapse into your shoulders, so really push up out of your shoulders. Make those little micro movements, get your sacrum flat, and then yogi's choice. You can have the head down. We have our head down a lot in our society, or you can have your neck sort of in line with your the rest of your spine. Yeah. So you can push your belly down here to really accentuate that bend in the low back. It's just basically a back bend, right? So breathing out, breathing in, relaxing glutes, relaxing face. Finding a drishti, just a focal point gaze. And always make those little micro movements. It's harder to breathe into the belly here, right? Just a few more breaths. Three more breaths. Good. And just come down when your 3 breaths are done into crocodile. Just stacking the palms on top of each other, resting your forehead. Maybe taking a couple belly breaths, letting your belly push into the earth. Yeah. Good. So finding your shavasana, you can stay in crocodile if you want. You can come into child's pose. You can lay on your side. You can lay on your back in traditional shavasana. Coming closer so y'all can hear me. It's only going to be about a 10-minute yoga nidra here. So those 6 directions of the spine. So you can see you can spend a whole hour practice just on those 6 directions of the spine. So it's really amazing. Yeah. Good. So Yoga Nidra, yogic sleep. You've settled into a shape that feels good for you. And so just feel those points of contact between your body and what's supporting you. Yeah. With each exhale, just see if you can let go just a little bit more.
releasing any doing. And just simply, if you want to rotate your awareness throughout your body, then just let my words be your words. Start by resting your awareness right into your crown of your head, skin of your skull and brain. And just let go of your brain to just rest in the container of the skull. Eyeballs dropping down, inside of the mouth, jaw, falling back into the back of the skull, throat, windpipe, and your goozle, your trachea and your esophagus, resting back into the cervical vertebra. Your chest, heart and lungs, just relaxing back into the back of the rib cage. Belly, guts, liver, pancreas, spleen, gallbladder, appendix, whatever you have or haven't, uterus, testes, all the internal organs. Just let them go. Let them rest into the back of the spine. Just let them be held by this container of your body and this spine that you have, this backbone. I've once heard that the whole point of yoga was to keep the spine mobile, and that you can tell someone's age by how much mobility their spine has. I don't know, maybe that was in the earlier days. Feel your spine, let it go, whatever shape it's in. Just let it go a little bit more each exhale. Let your hips be heavy. Let the tops of your thighs just melt into the femur bones. Femur bones just being pulled to the gravity of the earth. Knees softening, sinking. Shins. Just let those leg bones, tibia and fibula, just let those sink right into those calf muscles. Let your ankles soften. And let your feet just be heavy, whatever shape they're in. Yeah, your whole body. Your whole body. Your whole body, always in the present moment. Your breath, always in the present moment. And just notice the subtlety of your breath. relaxing into just being, that place of no thought, nothing to do. Human beings. Just relaxing into being, trusting into being. And right here at the end, bring your awareness to heart center, whatever that means for you. And if your heart could whisper to you, what would it say? What does it need? Forming a sankalpa, or a heart's intention or deep resolve, always phrased positively and in the present tense. I am aligned with my soul's path. I invite in my guides and guardians, spirit, my highest self, to guide me throughout my day. I am growing and healing. I trust in my process. I love my body, so grateful for all that it's gone through and continues to support me. Grateful for all the supportive people in my life. Whatever your deep resolve is, your sankalpa, just phrase it positively and in the present tense and say it to yourself several times. This is a sankalpa that we are taking out into our normal waking state of consciousness, our deep resolve, watching for how it manifests. The universe supports me. I am safe. The universe supports me. I call on my spirit guides to guide me, my highest self. Yeah. And as you start to bring some gentle movement into your body, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe moving head and neck, maybe rolling to one side or the other. And maybe staying there for a while or maybe pushing up to a seat. Your choice. Yeah. Fluttering your eyes open, but sort of keeping them inward focused. And I always like to end my yogic practice by simply doing one sun breath, palms out to the side, skyward, just a gentle inhale up. So come together above my head. Exhale, palms come together and land at heart center. Yeah, really feeling the backs of my thumbs into my sternum, feeling that connection. And in closing, We will say namaste, because even though that's a greeting, you can greet yourself fresh in each moment. It's the Urubis, it's the snake eating its tail, it's the beginning and the end. So, bowing together, namaste. Yeah, so grateful for this practice and so grateful to share this practice. Take care, everybody. Until next time.